The word we're hearing most often in political discussions these days because of the president's decision, outrageous decision, offensive decision to many, is contraception, birth control, everything else, and now compromise. Is what the president put forward a compromise or is it a fraud?
Well, first of all, I'm going to look to the organizations that are impacted by it to let us know how it would work, because some are arguing it's nothing but an accounting gimmick. I mean, if you're making the insurance companies pay for it, the insurance company just turns around and increases the premium. So in the end, the same people are paying for it, just in a different way. So that's what we're going to look for to see if that, in fact, is a gimmick. But I think that the fundamental issue here is not about contraception or birth control or anything like that. It's about a First Amendment right and about whether Obamacare and the president's ideas about health care get to trump the Constitution. And when I hear the word compromise, I have to ask, well, how do you compromise on a constitutional principle? You either have it or you don't. You're either covered by the Constitution or you are not. You can't have half a constitutional protection or half a constitutional right. So, the federal government of the United States should not have the right to use its power to force religious organizations to pay for things that they teach against. And that's what the president is trying to do here through this mandate.
Do you accept it as a fair compromise? Even, I understand you're waiting to see what others think, but to me it seems like almost an offensive fraud to suggest this is somehow better.
Well, yeah, we've already heard from the bishops to say that it's not acceptable, and I think their argument is that it's nothing but an accounting gimmick, that at the end of the day it ends up being the exact same thing. And they don't want to have to offer insurance plans that offer birth control because they teach against it. And look, a lot of people may disagree with it. A lot of people may not comply with it that are in the Catholic faith, but that's not the point. The point is whether by the power of the federal government they should be compelled to do it. And let's be clear, they're not being prohibited from doing it. They could do it. They could change their minds and do it. No one's banning contraception here, nor are they mandating that the church not be able to offer it. All we are arguing is, should the government have the power to force them to pay for this? And if the government has the power to force you to pay for something that your religion teaches against, you've lost that constitutional right to religious expression.